Hello, good people. I'm doing a voiceover because it turns out my game did not record my voice. Well, microphone, I suppose, not game. Anyway, character died, as you can see. Uh, do not know how, but it just happened. So we're gonna ignore the little challenge that I set up for it and continue onwards. Because I enjoy her, and hopefully, all of you guys enjoy watching me play her as well. And a little bit of being a moron, not figuring out how to get out, and misclicking a button. Great start. Yeah, you're in combat, you can't jump up. Oh my god. I should not have done the fade there, because I would have needed it in just a little bit of a while. At the end of this very long gauntlet, I would have needed the fade, because there's no escaping this, and I knew it. So, yeah, almost. And now. Mm, I'm checking behind me to make sure that there's nothing coming towards me. And she's, of course, being, well, Lillian is always quite difficult to understand, personally. And a bit of a drama queen. It's good for her, but still. Again, not really figuring out the mechanics. I'm a little bit proud of how this turned out, though, and I have to be honest with myself. Quite calculated. Fun fact, I did not know that there could spawn a chest on this island. So while I was doing my little return journey back, I decided to take it. I am doing my best to make an interesting voiceover, though I do know that since I have no clue what I'm actually talking about for most of the video, there are some things that I know for sure that I said at different times, so that's going to be easier. But for example, like this, I think I was just silent during my stream here. Quite good at avoiding mobs, apparently. And, of course, getting stuck. It's at this point, it's just something that has to happen in almost every episode that I'm making. Just get stuck on stuff. As you can probably see and notice in other episodes, I love having order in my bags. Always making sure to have as much space as possible, especially in this early level where I don't actually have that much bag space. And here I am, fascinated by the new. Uh, I lost the word for it, but yeah, the new look of the map system. Yeah, and here I pointed out that first aid trainers are actually not useful anymore. They're just random NPCs that are scattered in the world. I did almost get all of the quests, except for that hidden quest where a Worgen rogue or something is stalking you. I usually always get it during a quest that I do in that area, but I did not manage to get it, so we are leaving the zone just a little bit unfinished. Silver Pine Forest is actually one of my favorite places. I do have to admit, though, that it's a lot scarier and more interesting in the classic versions. This entire thing used to be better back in the day before the whole Blizzard gender uh, Me Too scandal thing. Because Garrosh actually calls Sylvanas Windrunner a bitch, but they have removed that voice line, and I kind of think it takes away from the character of Garrosh Hellscream. I don't generally agree with him on anything except him calling Sylvanas Windrunner a bitch and basically saying that there's no difference between her and Arthas because, I mean, she's resurrecting people. They didn't ask for it, so she's basically doing what Arthas did to her. Yeah, see, he is right. There, at the end of that sentence, there used to be the word bitch. It's lost its charm. It was like more oomph to it when he called her a bitch. So, sadly, Garrosh, your day came before hers did. And she doesn't even really actually face any judgment because Blizzard are. They have mommy issues, quite frankly. Or they simp for Sylvanas in a different term. During my stream, I lamented a lot about how the animals don't drop the items. So it's a little bit, oh, vanilla feeling about it. And of course, I find another rare. And I'm always fascinated how do people that are not casters get that rare down on the ground? Because I can't remember if melee classes have something at this level that can call down. They probably do, but I don't play those classes enough to know immediately. They probably do, though. I'm also going to question during the stream whether wargs actually drop the item. Because for a long while, the wargs do not drop the item I need. So I'm starting to like, oh, do the bears only drop it? But as it then turns out, no, both of them do. It's a bit of an anticlimactic resolution to it. I think during this part, I'm talking about how I only chose undead because I can relate to them physically a lot more than other races. But that I don't actually agree with them following Sylvanas and everything she's doing. I think that is one of the major reasons why I usually play Alliance. I have a hard time agreeing with the Horde. Thrall made a mistake appointing Garrosh as war chief, because obviously Garrosh messed up. The only war chief I actually liked was Vol'jin, but he got one expansion as war chief and then they killed him off, which I think is quite wrong. And we don't even know what's happened to him. Like, oh, yes, in Shadowlands, we got to see a quest line where he is going to be a Loa, but we don't know the Loa of what. And we don't know when he's going to resurface or if. I mean, if Vol'jin does come back as a Loa, I'm probably going to play a troll a lot just for the chance that maybe they have a bigger chance of seeing him more often. I mean, if he's gonna be a Loa and all that. And Sylvana as well, she messed up on so many levels. She just wants to further her own agenda, and it's just I don't even know what the Horde is doing right now, because the council and all that. I mean, how does that work when the Forsaken then have their own council? How do they choose who's going to be the representative on the Horde Council? Every time I do this quest, I always remember oh, it was one of these Iron Man series. It was a YouTuber called The Lazy Peon, and in his Undead Mage Iron Man challenge, when he did this quest, he started singing this random song. What was it? Ah, right. Uh, Killing the murlocs, dropping the bombs, killing the murlocs, they look like your mom. It was really funny. You should totally check out Lazy Peon. It was quite a few years ago. I think it was before the Legion expansion came out. So it was still during Warlords of Draenor. Uh, Towards the end of that expansion. Yes, the glitch, bottle arm glitch. I don't know where my arm started to look like a bottle, but it was. I noticed it at first here. It sticks around for quite a bit, actually. As you could see, if I did a bit of a clip there, it's because I had to go on a break real quick. So I put myself in a safe position and then came back. It's This quest is unfortunately quite boring. It's a lot better graphics than it used to be. There's a bottle in the background on the table. It looks exactly like the bottle that is stuck on my arm. Likely Greymane's fault. Well, she is not exactly a good rogue. She was found out that quickly. It's not funny, but it's a little bit funny that she just went flying when he threw her. R.I.P. lol. I believe what I'm talking about here is that Silverpine used to be a lot scarier thanks to the elites that used to path around. What was it? Son of Aragol. Yes, the sons of Aragol. Those elites messed you up. You were always on your guard back in the day. It's not the same without them, I have to be honest. Another funny thing is that she still looks like she's taking a sip from that. I've lost the word. Anyway, it's when you have too many languages in your brain, it just randomly stops working. Spyglass. See, there it came. And yet another lot of organs I need to collect. I think this one goes faster collecting than the other guts. The orcs, I don't know when it happened, but the orcs used to be a little bit more like forward. They used to lean a little bit more forward. Their shoulders were like hunched. So before they were able to stand more straight, the boxes in this quest actually leaned dramatically. Uh, Now it just looks normal. You carry boxes and it's stacked up, vertical. But like, oh, the before it was changed, the box. I mean, it was a dramatic lean, just straight out from the body. Gravity didn't matter. Gravity straight up did not care about those boxes. Leveling in retail goes a lot quicker. It's something you notice after you've played classic versions for a bit. You notice how dramatically it's the difference between it. Just it's fun, but there's not this sense of accomplishment like it is in classic. It just, it's not entirely the same. And of course, an area full of spiders. This has never been an area I like to go to. Not even once has this been an area I've wanted to be in. I never liked the way the spiders went invisible before they died. And of course, there's a really big spider elite over there. Yet another rare. I'm quite lucky in some cases with this character. One thing I'm not lucky with is getting these orc sea dogs freed from the cocoons. That takes quite a while to get all of them freed. It's almost like there was someone else in the area that I just couldn't see. Because it's going to be clearer once we get into the cave, but like, for example, what was that? I destroyed one, there was nothing in it. Destroyed a second, nothing in it. It's like these cocoons have something personal against me. Finally, after I don't even know how long, I actually got a second one. And then nothing. And here we had some problems because they got in the way. It's a blessing and a curse to have extra NPCs with you. But see, there's basically no cocoons, so I think someone has been in here. Either that, or they just weren't spawning. While I was running out of the cave, it's not in the episode, but when I was running out, there were cocoons everywhere. It's first in this room that I start seeing cocoons in this mine. And it's actually in here that I get all of them. I had two coming in, got the last four inside. I never liked this spider quest. This, it caused my arachnophobia to go way up. And there we go. I remember when I was younger, when I did this quest, I was terrified because it came running straight at you. I never liked it. And there we go, level 18. Goes quite quickly. And here we're back in Undercity. I chose to end the episode here, and what I come here to is green fire. I arrive and there's green fire almost everywhere. I've never personally seen this happen before, and I have no idea if it's normal. But there's also these blight carts, and I know they're not there normally. Either that or I'm very, very blind. But I know this is not normal. And since I'm also done questing in Tirisfal, I chose to make Undercity my hearthstone place, my inn. Yeah, I commented on the boxes or barrels of blight. This is where we will say goodbye.